In Burrowdale Forest, the trees curled like musical notes, and every breeze played a leafy song. Bloomina was the biggest young armadillo anyone had ever seen. Her lavender paws were broad, her sunflower tuft was bright, and her enormous turquoise shell carried a living garden. Tiny strawberries grew beside bluebells. Butterflies rested on mint leaves. Bloomina loved helping her neighbors. Whenever anyone asked, "Can you carry this? Can you grow that?" she always smiled and said, "Yes," even when her legs were tired. The Rainbow Root Festival was only one day away. Bursty Rabbit stacked seed drums on Bloomina's shell. Glimmer Firefly hung lantern pods between her flowers. 3 squirrels added berry baskets, and a family of beetles parked a tiny wagon beside her strawberries. "One more thing?" everyone asked. "Yes," Bloomina answered. Her shell garden sagged. Leaves bent. Butterflies lost their resting places. And Bloomina could no longer turn around without bumping a tree. Still, she worried that saying no would make everyone think she was unkind. Professor Pine, an old badger botanist, noticed Bloomina's drooping sunflower. He led her to a silver plant called the boundary bloom. When too many hands pressed its leaves, the flower closed. When everyone stepped back, it opened and glowed. "A boundary is not a wall against friendship," Professor Pine explained. "It is a garden gate. You decide what may enter, how much, and when." Bloomina practiced softly. "No thank you, my shell is full." The words felt strange, but the boundary bloom opened one golden petal. Just then, Bursty raced over with 6 enormous bouncing seed drums. "Please carry these through Melody Grove," he cried. Bloomina looked at her crowded shell and almost said no. But Bursty's hopeful ears made her change her answer. "All right," she whispered. The first drum bounced, boing. The second knocked into the third. Soon, all 6 burst open, and runaway trumpet vines sprang across the forest. They wrapped around trees, blocked the festival path, and lifted Glimmer's lantern pod high into the branches. Bloomina's tired knees buckled beneath the load. Bloomina took one deep breath. "No more things on my shell," she said clearly. "I need space and rest. I can help with the vines after we unload together." The forest became quiet. Then Professor Pine nodded. The squirrels removed their baskets, the beetles rolled away their wagon. Bloomina folded into a giant shining ball and rolled down the path, gently flattening the trumpet vines without crushing a single flower. Glimmer floated safely from the branches. For the first time, Bloomina's no had not ended her helping. It had made safe helping possible. Bursty's ears drooped. "Does your no mean you do not like me?" he asked. Bloomina uncurled and sat beside him. "I am saying no to carrying 6 drums when I am tired," she explained. "I am still saying yes to being your friend." At that moment, a wild wind swept toward the festival seedlings. Bursty wanted Bloomina to shield everything alone. Instead, he paused and asked, "What help can you give safely?" Bloomina smiled. "I can carry 3 baskets at a time after a short rest." The boundary bloom opened another petal. The friends made a new plan. Glimmer lit a safe route through Melody Grove. Professor Pine trimmed the tangled vines. Bursty gathered 1 seed drum at a time. Bloomina carried exactly 3 baskets, rested beneath a music note tree, then carried 3 more. When someone tried to add an extra bundle, she answered, "Not this trip. Please wait for the next one." Nobody became angry. The work moved faster because nothing fell, nobody was trapped, and every helper knew what they could safely do. Even the wild wind softened into a dancing breeze. By sunset, the festival path was clear. Bloomina returned each plant to its proper place on her shell. The strawberries had room to stretch. Butterflies found their mint leaves again. In the center, Professor Pine planted the boundary bloom. Its final petals opened in rings of turquoise, gold, and pink. Every time someone asked before placing an object, the flower chimed. Every time a kind no was respected, it shone brighter. Bursty placed 1 tiny ribbon beside it only after Bloomina said yes, and the whole shell garden sparkled like a gentle rainbow. The Rainbow Root Festival filled Burrowdale with music, lanterns, and bouncing seed drums. Beside Bloomina stood a borrowing table with 3 signs: "Ask first," "Listen kindly," "Leave room to rest." Bloomina still helped often, but she no longer promised everything. Sometimes she said, "Yes, I would love to." Sometimes she said, "Not now." And sometimes she offered a smaller kind of help. Her friends learned that no did not close the gate to friendship. A kind no protected Bloomina's garden, her safety, and the energy she needed for her happiest yeses. The end.